My grandmother was 4 parallel universes ahead of all of us, and I am just realizing it 7 years after her death. So back when I was around 10ish, we were visiting my great-grandmother in Colorado. For breakfast, the family collectively decided to go to Dunkin' Donuts, and once we were there we called her and asked what donut she would like from Dunkin' Donuts. Now when we asked this question, she kept replying, "Dunkin', I want a Dunkin' Donut." We meant what flavor, as Dunkin' was the name of the coffee shop and not a flavor of donut. But we played along assuming she was fucking bonkers and just got her a chocolate donut. We gave it to her and she was visibly pissed but didn't complain. 7 years later, I am almost 17 and just now learning that back in the 50s, Dunkin' got popular since they sold hand-cut donuts with a handle, so it is easier to dip your donut in coffee without burning your fingers. As per the brand, these special donuts were called Dunkin' Donuts, donuts made specifically for dunking in coffee. Now around 2003, Dunkin' discontinued these donuts in place of regular donuts as they took longer to prepare and costed more to make. Now whether she didn't know as she never left home when she was alive, or just forgot they were discontinued 15 years prior due to old age, I am not certain. But when Dunkin' still made these donuts, she would have been in her 30s to her late 80s when they were discontinued, so there is a good chance she frequented Dunkin' for these donuts. She was actually fucking galaxy brain, and we were stupid as shit for doubting her L-mouth. Rebecca condition is what we call flipper houses. It's always the same fucking colors, white with grays all over the house, and the shitty dark tone pergo flooring. The floors were tile, so he left it alone, but the walls were white semi-gloss. The wood paneling walls, trim, switch covers, outlet covers, counters, and cabinets were sprayed in the most depressing shade of gray. The house looked dead inside when I went in to check it out. It was weird not seeing all the murals. The front of the house was the last project. She agreed to give his landscaping friend the bushes in exchange for the labor of removing the cottage facade without breaking it. The landscaper basically ripped everything out and just dumped gravel and sand with a boulder for decoration. This weekend I went to fix some problems at an old neighbor's house and noticed the house was still empty and asked the neighbor if he'd seen anyone move in. He said earlier in the week there was some U-Hauls there, but none of them were unloaded, and that was the last time they remember seeing anyone there. Bet that daughter was in for a surprise when she saw the house get turned into a basic hellhole.